Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and with a few short hours left on the APK before I switch over to the live server, I wanted to take one last look at the three remaining characters that I haven't really talked too much about. Blade's uniform, which is unavailable, like Ghost Rider. Moon Knight's uniform and awakening, which is unavailable, like Ghost Rider and Blade. And then Elsa's awakening and no uniform, which is available. Very, very confusing. Anywho, we'll get into it in just a minute, but first, I just want to shout you guys out because I made a big stink, and I even put it in the title of the YouTube video earlier today about no ABX rewards, and I didn't expect as many people as came forward to come forward, because I know you guys are pissed about Doctor Strange's nerfs. And by the way, I say nerfs plural because not only did they remove, now this is the APK, so it's not removed here yet, but not only did they remove the chain hit damage from the patch notes, but they also lowered the damage on his second skill from 100% energy damage to 80, and then they lowered the damage on his scalpel slice from 135 to 105. So those nerfs in combination might be enough to alter his damage. Originally, I thought it was only the skill damage or the chain hit damage, but now that they're also going in and tinkering with his skills, I don't know what to think. But yeah, I know you guys were pissed about Doctor Strange, but I didn't think a lot of you guys would step up to the plate for ABX. But you guys have been awesome. Absolutely amazing. I can't speak for Facebook and Instagram and the official forums, but on Twitter, I posted this. I actually posted this before my patch note video. It was at 8:42 in the morning, and this already has over 300 likes. It's got like over 3,000 impressions. Or not impressions. It's got like almost 10K impressions, but it has like over 3,000 interactions. And then over on their official post, when they posted about the maintenance, all I said was improve ABX rewards, and you guys came in like a ton of bricks. And this comment almost has more attention than their original post. So I really hope that your combined efforts, you people out there, I'm talking to you, people on the internet and people at Marvel Future Fight, hopefully your combined efforts, which have been colossal, like on 2 tweets, in under 8 hours, there's over 500 likes and like, you know, close to 100 comments, retweets, right? Replies to each other and stuff like that. Hopefully that gets their attention. Hopefully they throw in some additional ABX rewards, because it's absolutely unacceptable that there isn't something more, even though they reworked the game mode, right? Yeah, tier 3 your characters and give them CTPs of rage and completely max out your cards, but don't expect anything in return. Just play the game mode for fun, suckers. It's beyond words. It just boggles my mind, and it's why more people don't play this game. And it's why the game was always going to have a soft cap for the player base and a soft cap for the revenue, and it's really not our fault, right? We try our best. Listen, if you make the game like this, we're willing to spend more money, but you guys don't want to, so we're just going to be free to play or low spending. Okay, that's what you want to do? Fine, have it your way. And then the other thing is, on the patch notes, I got confused and I misexplained the way that the penalty for extreme mode was going to work if you use the same character. So apparently you can bring in 3 Sharon Rogers, like I bring Sharon Rogers, you bring Sharon Rogers, somebody else brings Sharon Rogers. But if you use the same character again, so if we play as Sharon Rogers together, win or lose, whatever, we get our reward. If I try to go in again as Sharon Rogers, I won't personally get any rewards. So if you want to get rewards, especially the 5 daily entries, you have to use 5 different characters every day. So I really like that aspect of it. That's exactly what we should have in things like Timeline Battle, where we don't we don't currently see any sort of creativity or variety, because you can just reuse the same characters over and over again. But one thing at a time. Right now, I'm trying to focus my energies on getting ABX rewards fixed so that more players will want to check out ABX, so that it can actually be a fun game mode for the entire community to play, rather than a niche game mode that a small amount of whales and hardcore players play, because, you know, it's one of the few semi-challenging game modes left. The roar cancel might change that a little bit, but yeah, the rewards need to be, the rewards need to be improved. It's crazy. So anywho, let's check out Blade, Moon Knight, and Elsa. So the weird thing here is Blade doesn't get an awakening, but he's featured on Elsa's awakening list, which is a bit strange. Okay, sure. He does get a uniform, however, the Avengers uniform. This is pretty cool. Now, he looks amazing. And it is a pretty substantial rework for him. Sadly, it does not rework his leadership. There's still time, hopefully. I really hope the devs will do more for Blade as far as his leadership goes. I really think he could be, you know, like Dr. Voodoo and like White Fox, who sort of pioneered that debuff leadership. He should really have a very good lifesteal leadership. The problem with his leadership is that the activation rate is too low. It's 25% chance when attacking. It should be at least 50%. The percentage of max damage dealt is too low, right? Recovers HP equal to 8% of damage dealt. It's got to be way higher than that. And then the other problem is it cannot recover more than 0.5% max HP. That's very low. Even though it reactivates every half second, that means you can only heal a maximum of 1 HP per second. 1 HP per second is meaningless. It doesn't matter, right? It's got to be at least 3%. It's got to be at least triple what it is. And you have to take away the cooldown. It's 10 seconds of healing, and then you have to wait 15 seconds for it to come back? I don't think so. Why do Blade's healing powers turn off? He's a vampire hunter. He can always drain life. So the leadership should not have a cooldown. Anywho, as far as his skills go, he does get a massive rework besides his leadership. So I'm really harping on the leadership, but yeah. His Vampire Senses passive changes to a buff, but again, there's a cooldown on the buff. I hate this sort of stuff. It should not have a cooldown, but there's a 25-25 attack defense and crit rate buff with a 5% all speed buff, which is not bad. His first skill gets bleed, of course, he's Blade. His second skill gets all defense down, -50, and it gets a chance to miss, so like a blind effect, no bleed. His third skill, Stake Fire, which is aptly named, gets burn damage, which is good for ABX, so he's got burn right now. And then he gets all defense, super armor, immunity for 5 seconds, and an attack buff. So that's pretty nice with a low cooldown. Then we get to Bullet Rampage. He gets silence here, so now he has both burn and silence, but no paralysis yet. And he's also got bleed damage and stun here, but that's kind of whatever. And then here he has invincibility, all defense down again, and then more bleed and stun. So no paralysis, but he's 2 for 3 on the ABX, sort of, what do you call them? The monthly debuff skills. 2 out of 3 for ABX. Anywho, words fail me right now. So yeah, I can't take Blade into actual content like Ghost Rider and Moon Knight, so I'm just going to show you guys what his new skills look like, and you can judge for yourselves. I didn't want to make a full dedicated video only to Blade because I don't want to make too much of a fuss about his uniform and stuff, because there is still a chance they can tweak it and improve it, and I really think that they should. But really, Blade has, you can see here, some decent damage with a pretty fast attack animation. I think they already tweaked this. This seems faster than it was before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just doing the eye test, they've already gone in and tweaked this to be faster than it was. They sped up the animation by like 30%, I would guess. So that's cool, but there's no iframe, no protection. Okay. Then his second skill here, just basic slashes. It looks really cool, but this just doesn't function. Right, this is a Shadowland character right now because with no protection and no way of healing because his leadership's garbage, it means you can't use these skills by themselves. Now you can combo with 3. 3 is nice here. He jumps up, he throws these stakes, and then he shoots, and then they explode. This is nice because it applies a debuff to the enemy, and then it also gives him super armor and immunity. It's important to have super armor and immunity because it basically functions like invincibility. He can't get guard broken, but he also can't be debuffed, right? Like Thanos is not going to debuff him. So that's actually kind of a nice combo, and it's an iframe at the beginning. So something you could do is 3 cancel into 1, and you get the protection, and then into 2, and you would still keep the protection. So that's kind of nice. But again, I don't know how useful or powerful it's going to be. Then 4 is a full iframe, which is quite nice for him. And this one applies the all defense down, it looks like. I actually can't remember which one of his skills applies the all defense down. No, I think it's 3, not 4. Anywho, it's just an iframe, long iframe though, so that's quite nice. And then of course the bleed, and then 5 is invincibility, no iframe, lots of slashes. Very cool, kind of reminds you of Ronin, right? Hawkeye's uniform, but with only 1 iframe, or sorry, 2 iframes. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but I guess you'd probably lead with 4 and then go 3, cancel 5, something like that. But then you're stacking your immunity and your invincibility at the same time. So yeah, we'll see how it works out for Blade. We'll have to see what, you know, how it plays out for him and his skills. when his uniform finally comes to the live server. But I just wanted to check it out here with you guys first, so you guys get a first look at it, and then we can always have this video as a comparison for whatever he finally gets later on, if it's not in the live server immediately. Then we come to Mr. Moon Knight. Like Blade, you can't access his uniform yet. Unlike Blade, he does have an awakening skill with minus 70 all defense down. So that bodes very well for his damage. As for his rework, he got an even crazier rework. The magnitude of the reworks for Dormammu, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight are so insane that even though Blade got 6 skills reworked, right? 5 skills and 1 passive, he looks terrible compared to Moon Knight, Dormammu, and Ghost Rider. That's how crazy those 3 reworks are. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed out about Doctor Strange. I'm very upset and disappointed with ABX, but I gotta say, it's a massive glow up for 3 very popular characters, Dormammu, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight. So what does Moon Knight get? He gets a crazy rework. So his 4-star and his tier 2 passive change, both passives. So he gets 7 skill changes, all 5 skills, both passives. Leadership stays the same, it was garbage. He gets 40% chain hit damage, 50% skill damage, 30% bonus damage. This is bonkers. Okay, his tier 2 passive changes whenever you use his 5th skill. He gets a 30% HP recovery. That's disgusting. So good. And then his 4-star passive gives him guard break immunity, which is so meta for PvP, and damage reduction. Yeah, he could actually be a force in PvP. Think about that. His first skill gives him stun and silence, very meta for ABX, even if you're just switching into him. His first skill gives paralysis. I don't know if it works on ABX, but it doesn't say ignore immunity, so it might not. But again, if it does work in ABX, it's very meta. We've got Gentleman's Finish, which is burn damage, so that's all 3. That's silence, paralysis, and burn. It's got a heal, another heal, a guard hit, and a damage proc. That's right, a 100% damage proc. Very easy to cancel it into 4 or 5. 4 gives him immunity, and it's got lots of damage and lots of hits. And then Lunar Punishment, which is the skill that activates his 30% heal. This skill gives you 50% all attack, all defense, all speed, crit rate, and it removes incapacitation. This one's wild. So let's go into the skill preview and see this rework. Like, this is why I'm like not really happy with Blades, because if you look at Moon Knight's rework on the other hand, you're like, what? So we're gonna turn the SFX on for this one. Okay, you want to have the SFX on for Moon Knight, trust me. First skill, intermittent iframes, not bad. Second skill, more iframes. So he already has as many iframes as Blade. Do you think Moon Knight doesn't have any more iframes? Wrong. Moon Knight has 4 iframes. Yeah. Check out this third skill. Boom. Now, what's amazing about this skill is that you can cancel easily and not waste the damage proc on Gentleman's Finish. And then let's check out the 4th skill. Pulls out some shotguns, blasts away, and then chucks the shotguns at the end. Beautiful animation. So you could very easily do 3 into 4 and pass that damage proc onto 4, right? Let's check out 5. Ooh, looking ice. Looking like the Ice Maker 5000. Look at this guy. He's in 2-star hotels near you. The Ice Maker 10,000. Look how sick that looks. How freaking dope is that? Yup. He adjusts the tie and he's like, I'm about to murderize you. How sick is that? So easy combo here. 3 cancel into 5. He goes up and then you go into 4. Get all that damage, get all that chain hit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You could even do 3 into or 2 into 3, excuse me, into 5 into 4. You got to be a little bit faster with the attack speed, but yeah, nice, eh? And then his awakening skill, exactly the same as Morbius and Elsa's, just tons of hits. This will benefit greatly from the chain hit damage, the 40% chain hit damage. So I do expect Moon Knight to hit like an absolute truck. So it's a bit of a glow up for combat types as well. Last but not least, let's go hit up Elsa Bloodstone. Now, full disclosure here, I know I haven't shown you guys much actual gameplay. I did give her a CTP of energy for this test, so this is sort of an Uber build. I do not recommend going this hard on Elsa's build unless you love Elsa. She's like your #1 favorite character, because she did not get a rework. She got 0 rework, 0 new uniform. She needs a new uniform and she needs a rework, okay? But she does have an awakening. However, I mean, her awakening skill is good. However, this is a 1-note character. This is literally as 1 note as it gets. I've got Odin's Blessings. I've got 50,000 HP and 30,000 physical attack. 30,000 physical attack is so low for a transcended character. Those are supposed to be tier 3 stats. There are plenty of tier 2 characters with 30,000 physical attack. So just putting that out there. But yeah, so the build here, we got very much capped everything except for crit rate. But let's take her into some content now so you can see that the awakening skill is actually very strong. And so we're going to go to a stage 50, and we're going to go in with this team to increase the all defense down by another 24%, or 40%, excuse me, which will bump it up to minus 98. So basically the rule is all defense down is king in World Boss. If you can apply enough all defense down, any character looks good, which is why we had that era back in, December to February, where every single character was good in ABX or in a World Boss because you could apply 100% all defense down with strikers. So yeah, this is what the skill looks like with a CTP of energy. I mean, she looks good, right? It's very deceptive. It's not really Elsa, it's just the awakening skill. For the amount of investment that you have to make, this is not a very good, payoff. This is only worth it, again, like I said, for the absolute 100% diehard Elsa Bloodstone fans. And you're screwed when she does this frenzy. You're screwed. And you're literally screwed otherwise. If you guys don't believe me, you want to check out her damage? Well, hang on. Let me just pop this. This probably won't kill Proxima. She's probably going to interrupt me and go into her next phase. Oh, we need to push her into the next phase so she doesn't do the spears. Anyways, check out how much damage Elsa does with her other skills. Very cool. Let me know if you see the bar move. Yeah, so yeah, basically the long and short of it is, like I said, only for absolute Elsa diehards, because she is literally a one skill character, and you only get that skill after you awaken her. Without the awakening, even with Nick's buff, let's try to proc on 5. Let's go to 4. Let's try to look at all this damage, guys. Now, to be fair to Elsa, okay, to be perfectly fair to Elsa, she has energy damage on most of her skills with this uniform, so that's why she's so bad against Proxima. But there's nothing to do, right? Because Elsa should not be doing energy damage, first of all, but she does do energy damage. She shouldn't, because she's using guns, which is physical. But yeah, you can see there, Force of Bloodstone is energy, and Retribution is energy as well. It's 59%. Like, that's a joke. So yeah, this kind of bugs me because it's lazy, right? They just copied and pasted the awakening skill. Like, this was the laziest rework they've ever done. They literally just copied and pasted. They changed one character to Blade for the awakening requirement, and that's it. And then they tweaked her stats a little bit. They didn't even try to compensate for the fact that they didn't give her a uniform. So maybe she's gonna get a uniform later on in the month, or later for Halloween. But yeah, I would not invest in her unless, like I said, you are an absolute diehard, because she is extremely one-dimensional. She's like 0.5 dimensional character to play, because it literally all rests on Monster's demise. Yeah, she can do stage 50, stage 60 Proxima. Beast Mode Gaming did 65, I think, with the CTP of Rage. But, well, we need more crystals, dang it. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Elsa, Blade, and Moon Knight. And then keep hammering Marvel Future Fight and the dev team on all social media platforms to get better rewards for ABX, to get more daily crystals and other changes that we want to see, because this game is really not that far off from being excellent, but right now it is drowning in its own stupidity. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the live stream tonight for the live game. Take care.